These kind of people, it's possible for them to have too much money, but they can never have enough. Trying to get a freebie, but Jesus didn't even turn them away. But he may have gotten a message to them because he knew how to personalize every message because he knew everybody there, and he gave the message. I know who you are. You don't belong here. Then they would kind of shamefacedly find a way to vacate the premises. That was the magic of Jesus. Jesus was a magician. He was not an illusionist. He was not one who distracts your attention with the left hand and then does the trick with the right hand. He was what he was if the story is true. And I'd like to believe that it's true. But those who say that they're in touch with Jesus today, some of them on this floor, give me every reason to believe not only is Jesus not existing now, Jesus never was. But the story is as good. It is as full of morals as the story of Goldilocks and the three bears, the three little pigs and the big bad wolf, Rumpelstiltskin and the princess. You know what Rumpelstiltskin got in trouble by doing? Ignoring Aesop's admonition, nothing gets the duck in trouble but his bill. You all heard the story of the dog who had the bone. He was greedy. He looked over the bridge into the water, saw his own reflection, and in trying to get in a position to jump down and take the bone from the reflection in the water, he dropped the real bone that he had. Greed was his undoing. Well, Rumpelstiltskin was prideful, so he knew how to spin straw into gold. He was speaking out loud because he thought nobody was listening. Today I brew, tonight I bake, tomorrow I shall the queen's child take. For guess as she may, she never can know that my name is Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, he had made a deal that if his name could be discovered, then his secret would be revealed also. But when there is a wager, the other person has to put up something by way of a stake. And that was the child. My secret for your child. I won't tell you who it was who heard Rumpelstiltskin and ran back and took the message. But that's what morals in these stories are about. That's as good as anything that you read in the Bible. But anyway, this situation that I'm talking about should be of interest and concern to everybody in office because it relates to the functioning of the courts, whose integrity can be no better, no more valid than the integrity of those who sit on that court. And when one of them has committed violations of an ethical nature so serious that he has to resign rather than face the music, is something that we ought to discuss on this floor. And I don't want Senator Efke to think that I'm critical of this bill or the necessity for it. But we will pass a law to change the geographical boundaries of a judicial district. What is there of value in the judicial district? The courthouse and those who sit in the courthouse and do justice supposedly should be more important than the boundaries. A judge can have influence outside of his or her courthouse, courtroom, judicial district, even state, because those judges who are wise, who understand the law, will write opinions which are read all over the country in legal circles. Sometimes the media will even pick up these wise words and publish them, and that way a judge who is doing the job the way he or she should has an impact throughout this land. And in some cases, there are people in Europe who will read certain American opinions of certain American judges because they respect those judges. They respect their knowledge of the law. They respect the love that these people have of the law, their understanding of what justice means. And all justice means is to give a person his or her due. What is that person entitled to? If that person is shoeless, coatless, necktierless, even shirtless, there is a certain intrinsic human dignity that every critter born of a man and a woman is imbued with. And that is what the courts and what justice are supposed to vindicate and protect. Does this legislature care about that? Absolutely and positively not. Because a tree is known by the fruit it bears. Jesus even said, will a man gather fruit from thorns or thistles? No, you know a tree by the fruit it bears. I'm doing what I do, not from nobility, not from a deep sense of justice and righteousness. I'm doing this because I'm paid to do it. And I believe when I accept employment, whether I'm paid much or little, I have to do the best that I can because I'm working based on what my principles tell me I should do in exchange for the money that I'm getting. If I agree to work for a penny a day, I have agreed because of my principles that I will work as hard for that penny.
Time, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Epke, as maker of the bill, you're welcome to respond to the IPP.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise obviously in opposition to the IPP motion.